What's good? What's good? We are back with another banger. We are in Ecuador. This is my first time in Ecuador, and I am enjoying myself. I first started off in Guayaquil, but now we're going to take a little bus ride over to Salinas, which is a cool little beach town. It's a major vacation area for a lot of Ecuadorian people, and in this place, they have a museum. I love my museums. I love to check out the culture of the area. So we're gonna go and meet with Ben. We're actually gonna help Ben out. Ben needs support. Ben needs donations for this great place he has built from the ground up. So let's get into it. The man right there.
Thanks very much.
Yes. I try to be. All right. We are at the Museo in Salinas. And you said your name is?
Ben Haase from the Netherlands.
All right, from the Netherlands.
But I live here for almost 40 years, so I don't feel a stranger anymore. Okay, let's see the collection.
Yes, please.
We have 3 specimens on the balcony and many more behind the house.
Okay, I've seen the pictures online, so I was like, when I walked up to it early, I said, okay, this can't be what I saw online in here.
Look at these bones. They are lower mandibles of a species called fin whale.
Okay.
And the fin whale is the second largest species of animal in the world.
Wow.
You can only see part of it, but each bone is 4 meters long, weighs more than 100 kilograms.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me alone, very difficult to collect, and I was helped by 3 friends. So thanks to them here. I suppose you never stood in the whale's mouth. Go and stand over there.
Okay, and for my...
Look up, and you can see.
Oh, wow. Wow, look at that.
You take a picture from the top, downstairs, and then you can see how big it is.
And this is...
This was only an animal that was 10 years old.
Wow. And I'm sorry, for my viewers, this is a museum on just like whales and...
Cetaceans.
Cetaceans, okay.
Cetaceans is a group of marine mammals, and we specifically have a collection of these animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Thank you for that breakdown.
A little bit more. Let's go up.
All right.
This is a skeleton of a species called goose-beaked whale.
Okay.
And the goose-beaked whale is a species that is fairly common all over the world, but it's extremely shy. I don't know anyone who has seen this whale alive in the ocean, because when it feels, it hears a boat, it will go the opposite direction. Not a social species at all.
Wow.
So we know very little about it. We are happy we found a dead goose-beaked whale more than 20 years ago. What did we learn? We know that the species feeds exclusively on squid.
Okay.
Because in the stomach we only found remains of squid.
Okay.
Yeah? But apparently the diet of squid is very good, because this whale was at least 50 years of age. In several parts of the skeleton you can see bones completely fused, united. And that means that it was an old whale. Yeah? Okay. But like I said, curious, apart from this skeleton, we have 3 more skulls found on the beach. So it's not a rare species, but it just doesn't show off. Okay? That is the goose-beaked whale. This is the head of a humpback whale, in Spanish, Ballenas. But this is the head of a young whale that only lived 2 years because it had a bone disease. Behind the house, I will show you more bones and explain why did it live only for 2 years.
Okay.
Okay? Another curiosity. People call this tree trunk. People say it's a rock. People say it's a shell, but it's a bone. It's part of the skull of a sperm whale. Since it's part of a skull, it's a bone that's incomplete. You cannot use it for science to compare one sperm whale skull with the other one, because it's damaged. But as a seat, man, this is very comfortable. Look, I made this sign over here. I'm sitting in the skull of a humpback whale. I feel fortunate. I have traveled 5 continents in this world, but in no other parts you can sit in the head of a sperm whale.
Gotcha.
Would you like to try it yourself?
Yes.
Go for it. Side so you can see that this is the base of a sperm whale. You're quite comfortable, aren't you? Yeah, that's right.
It's really good.
There's a lot of material over here in exhibition. I will go from piece to piece and explain a little bit more what is the importance for us, what can we learn from these specimens. But first of all, a little information here, general information on the group of whales and dolphins. Everybody knows the word whale and dolphin, but there's a lot of confusion as well. Sometimes people think whales are always big, but there are small species of whales.
Okay.
Everybody knows what a dolphin is, but many people think dolphins are always small. But some species of dolphins are very big. That's why there's confusion.
Okay.
It's better if you know this word, cetaceans. In Spanish, cetáceos.
Okay.
Question, why are we so much interested in learning about this group? We have to go over a barrier, which is, where do the cetaceans live?
Okay.
In the water. That's why many people think they're fish. No, like ourselves.
They're mammals.
They're air-breathing animals and they're mammals. And the proof is over here. This is a fetus. Unfortunately, never born. We don't know why the mother died, but this fetus is the physical proof that cetaceans are mammals. Okay?
Okay.
They're very sociable animals, they're very intelligent, and that I think makes this relationship between men we want to learn about them.
Gotcha.
Okay? In the world we have about 90 different species of cetaceans. Ecuador, unbelievable. We have registered 30 different species of cetaceans here. That is 1/3 of all the species that exist in the world. Mega diversity is very impressive.
Right.
I'm not going to talk about each of the 30, otherwise we'll be very late.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so this is a fetus. Cetaceans. Don't move. Yeah?
Is it in water or is it in
It's
like?
formaldehyde.
Okay.
Formaldehyde is an acid that conserves the tissue but will not allow the color to persist. Most of the dolphins that we have were much darker colors, so they become like almost white.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. What many people don't know is that actually the cetaceans can be divided in 2 groups. Now, what are these groups? I'll explain. This is an image of the famous blue whale, the largest animal in the world. And if you look in the mouth, there's a kind of curtain hanging down from the upper mandibles. It has no teeth. This has a filter, and the filter consists, here between my fingers, about 300 of these plates. These are not palm tree leaves, these are called baleen plates. And if you touch it, you can feel it's like your fingernails, right? This grows in the mouth of the whale, no teeth, but they have this filter. How does it work? The whale gulps in a lot of water with small prey items. The water liberally goes in between the plates back to the ocean. But a small fish like this, because of this bristled part inside, it will be detained, and that's what the whale will swallow. Okay? This is a filtered part of a 17-meter long fin whale, but I will show you a smaller filter of a smaller whale. 20 different species of cetaceans filter the food. No teeth. Here we have a filter of a species called a minke whale. This is a calf, was only 3 meters long, so the filter also is very small because it still has to grow. But the filtering system is exactly the same as I explained for the other ones. Yeah? I repeat, 20 species of cetaceans have filter in the mouth, no teeth. Of the 90, at least 70 do have teeth. This is not a crocodile, it's a dolphin, 5 meters, and eats big prey, fish. Next to it, a dolphin with small teeth catches only small fish.
Okay.
And here in the corner, the head of the smallest whale in the world, the pygmy sperm whale, has a tiny mouth and will only feed on small squid. How do we know that? Because we found these animals dead on the beach. We revised the content of the stomach, and here we found big fish, small fish, and only squid. Okay. Science is so simple. Sometimes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, where does all this material come from? We have attended 250 cases of beachings, or sometimes, as they say in the Northern Hemisphere, strandings. I have never been able to understand, and I have asked people, what's the difference between a stranding and a beaching? You think about that. Yeah? Mm-hmm. But anyhow, a dead animal on the beach.
Right.
That is what we have attended. We have found animals that were wrapped up in fishing gear, cables, nets. We have found animals that had a collision with boats. We have found animals that died a natural death also, but the majority was because of an interaction with men. The skull of the humpback whale that was upstairs, only 2 years of life, that animal died from a natural for a natural reason, because it had a bone disease. If we talk about bone disease in mammals, many people know the osteoporosis, which is the weakening of the bone because of the lack of minerals, the lack of calcium. There's a disease called spondylitis, and the spondylitis is the opposite. It causes so much growth of calcium around the bones that this poor whale couldn't move the spine tail anymore. So nature said, up to here is when you live, and the animal died. Natural cause of death. But as I mentioned, we have found many animals that died because of an interaction with men. In front of us is the first humpback whale skeleton that was collected in Ecuador. It's 30 years already in our collection. What do we know about this humpback whale? When we found it on the beach, there was a cable around the base of the tail, and this cable was attached to the left flipper. So this animal, swimming in the water, moving along, because of the friction, has cut his own spine column. Can you imagine? Horrible.
Yeah.
So this whale died because of an interaction with men.
Right.
And thanks to my team, 8 volunteers, 3 long days, we had to cut up like 15 tons of rotten meat. Horrible job, but here's the result. And like I always say, I'm very grateful to my team that they could do that. Otherwise, this skeleton would never be here. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. Look over here, the head of another goose-beaked whale, the one that's hanging up on the balcony. So you see, we have more material, right?
Right.
But it doesn't show off. And to compare the differences in skulls between the species, next to the goose-beaked whale is the head of a species that is called pilot whale. And the pilot whale has a very round head, very different from the goose-beaked whale. Okay? Now we compare the life of this humpback whale with another species that is also a filter feeder. In the corner is the head of a tropical whale. The tropical whale, like the humpback whale, is a filter feeder, no teeth. But they have different habits in life. For example, humpback whale can get very close to shore. We talk about less than 100 meters. But the tropical whale remains 10 kilometers outside. Humpback whale is a fairly slow species, feeds in the Antarctic on a small crustacean called krill.
Okay.
Tropical whale likes to feed on larger fish. That is an arrow in the water. Very fast. Humpback whale, fairly slow.
Okay.
Yeah? But this is a traveler. No suitcase, no visa, no passport, but they travel all the way to the South Pole. Tropical whale likes this area here, can be found all year round. Yeah?
Okay.
Humpback whale, tropical whale. Look over here. Here is another seat. The skull of a sperm whale. But this one is complete, so you sit down over here. Oh man, this is comfortable. You have sat down in one head of a sperm whale. You can extend your experience. If you sit down here, you can tell your friends, hey, I sat down in 2 skulls of sperm whales. Where in the world can you sit down in 2 heads of sperm whales?
Only in Salinas.
Yeah, well, it's comfortable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. And you know, the chair that you're sitting in, its weight is about 250 kilograms. Yeah?
Wow.
So, okay.
Feel good.
So you have done several things you have never thought of doing.
Never thought I would be sitting in the head of a
Okay, sperm whale. Exactly. Great. Letter L.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's necessary because this weight in front of the head of the sperm whale contains a lot of fat and oil that is a very important tool to go down and to hunt the giant squid. That's where it lives on.
Okay.
No other species, not many other species can do what the humpback whale can do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Every species has its particular features. Humpback whale usually feeds close to the surface. This one has to go at least 500 meters deep.
Okay.
More often 1 kilometer, because that's where the giant squid live. Okay?
Okay.
I have much more. I'm not going to take down the boxes to show you everything. I'm also very, very interested in seabirds. And here you can see the stuffed skin of an albatross. Have you been to the Galapagos by chance? Any plans to go there?
I would like to probably go one day. I've just heard it in researching Ecuador. Everything was Galapagos.
I feel fortunate. I have been a tour guide for many foreigners. And they have been touring all over the world. They come to Galapagos and they say, wow, this is...
Is it just because of the inhabitants of it, or like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the geological formation of the Galapagos is so unique. They're fairly new islands, so every form of life there is relatively new. Yeah?
Okay.
And the albatross is one of the species of the endemic species only found in the Galapagos. This bird died here off Salinas, just in the other side of the bay. It swallowed a stainless steel hook, 7 centimeters. That's why it died. So also died because of an interaction with men. But here she is. And so far, with the albatross, I've shown you everything is authentic. Everything is real. But a little exception with the next case. Because here we have a copy of a sperm whale tooth. Cetaceans' teeth are ivory. So ivory is very, very precious, expensive material. I'm happy this is not an ivory tooth. It's a copy, resin, Amazon.com, $50. You can get one. If this would be a real ivory tooth, oh, I don't want to have a treasure over here. But the shape and the size is real. And we have another sperm whale skeleton, real, just around the corner. 3 weeks, not more. We don't know why it got separated from its mother, but you can see on the picture it's black, coal black, and here it's almost white. But look, 32 years already with us.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an impressive specimen. And here on the picture you can see the stranding or beaching of the sperm whale. That was also 30 years ago. And here is a skeleton mounted in the corner. Well, not mounted actually, brought together. You recognize the skull. Here is the mouth of the sperm whale, where they swallow the giant squid on the wall. You can see the picture. Here from the ceiling, the ribs. On the background you can see the start of the spine column. 1 meter, many meters. In my office I have the arms and the hands of the sperm whale. We can mount another skeleton like that. But where?
Yeah, it's getting tight back here.
Yeah.
But it's big.
It's easier to collect small shells because that doesn't take so much space.
Right.
But we have a plan. I hope before the end of the year we have been able to gather some funds to buy construction materials, because I want to have a first floor above the humpback whale. with 2 stairs on the sides to go up.
Oh, you want to build
a
up
platform, and that's where we're going to mount this animal.
Okay,
What do you think about that?
that's good.
Yeah.
I think that would be very feasible.
And I have, fortunately, I already have a team of about 12 people, volunteers, because the museum is still like independent. We don't. I can tell you about birds. I can tell you about whales and dolphins, but marketing. No. Look, I'll show you my telephone so you can understand.
Yes.
I don't want a thing like that. It's too big, too heavy. I can do here 1 week. I don't have to plug it in anywhere for energy.
Well, do you like? Do you have like a website that people can donate,
Yes,
or?
we have.
Okay.
Did I give you a pamphlet?
Yes, you did give me when I
There's
came
another
here.
one. Because here is another. Here, that's the website.
Okay.
There's more information. It has all these. How do you call it? Themes, topics, menu, publications, information, mission, vision, all the things are on the webpage.
Okay.
A friend of mine is taking care of that because I am not a computer specialist at all.
Right.
I always tell the Ecuadorians who like to see soap series on the TV, if you ask me about soap series, I will disappoint you because I don't do soap series. But here's a book. Here's my name. I have written a book on seabirds.
Okay.
So that's the thing for it's in English and Spanish. That's also how I make a little bit promotion of my work. You got to do something in life.
Yes. Yes.
My wife and I, 31 years ago, when we decided to marry, no kids because this world is overcrowded. Yes. Yes.
You said no kids because it's already overcrowded. Hey.
Do you have kids?
I have one daughter.
Where are you originally from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, I have my sister's son. That's my niece. No, my nephew. He lives in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Big city.
Yes,
right?
it is. It is.
How many millions?
I want to say 8 million.
Oh, wow, that's big. Yeah.
With,
We have not visited him yet, but I hope someday I go to Atlanta. Yeah.
Right. So people can donate to this website.
There's actually no real form of donating. It's the people that come here and say, hey, okay, that's why I asked you. If when you're happy, you can do a donation.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. We also try to sell these mugs. So if people say, oh yeah, I like one, that from this money, we collect and we save and put together to buy the material.
Yeah.
Like if you, like you said, you're going to do this for your website. You're going to make publicity for me, for us.
Yes. And I can put the okay.
I'm happy that you have decided you wanted to learn something about cetaceans. You had an opportunity to do something for your work.
Yes. It was I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I enjoy learning. I am an avid learner, so and I love animals too. So yeah.
Do you have any specialty in life? I mean, you can be a mechanic, you can be a photographer, you can be a lawyer, you can be a...
I'm in IT. I'm in information technology.
Okay, so...
Yeah, computers. Yeah, I'm in computers, and but just doing YouTube videos is like my hobby and stuff. This has been a great experience at the Cetaceans Museum in Salinas, Ecuador, with the great Ben here, the owner, curator, CEO of this wonderful establishment here. So definitely check him out. We got to see if we can get some GoFundMe for this plan he has, this vision he has of building out this place even more, because this place is already big, but he has bigger thoughts. So let's see if we can at least come here and visit him, or we can figure out how to do this GoFundMe so we can send him some digital money.
Would be great. Maybe I'm too shy to knock on doors, but we definitely could need some
passionate.
help to improve the museum and to improve the service to the public. But so far I am happy because so many people, like our dear friend here who visit the museum, are happy that they have rang the bell. So my best. Bye bye.
All right, you heard him. Hey, I'll see you in the next video, and I'm gone. That was